Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and to another video. I hope you're all doing really well. In today's video we are going to be making a sticker sheet to decorate a water bottle with. It doesn't have to be a water bottle like this, it could be a plastic one, or it could be one that you just really like that you've had for years and years, but these stickers are going to be absolutely fantastic. They've got a sparkly overlay on them, I don't know if you can see that, but they are going to be brilliant for a little project this weekend. So without any further ado, let's jump on in and get started. Here we are then in Cricut Design Space, and this is the project that we're going to be using today, and I've just grabbed a few different pictures that I liked from Cricut Access. So I've just gone into the images here, and I think I typed in stuff like bright beach travel, bright travel, that sort of thing, and then it came up with all these different ones. I actually quite like these little ones with the lighthouses on as well, they're so cute. But what I've done is just grab those and resize them down to be roughly 5 centimetres there or thereabouts. And I'm just going to change a couple of these to make them a little bit smaller as well. This one and this one here are actually transparent. So by that I mean that if I were to bring them to the front with my arrange function, if I pull that over there, you're going to be able to see the other sticker through it. So that's important that we fix that on this one and this one before we actually send them to print and make the stickers. And the reasoning for that is that if we don't, the Cricut is going to try and cut all these little bits individually, and we don't want that to happen. So what we're going to do is just move the little sunglasses out of the way and bring these two over here, and I'm going to just go up here to the effects button, then click on offset, and I'm going to give it a really small offset of 0.12. I'm going to apply that. Now it comes out black, so what you want to do is come up here to this material colour swatch. Let's change that to white, and now you can see it there. But can you see we've got these tiny little slithers here? So what we need to do now is come down to contour, or we can do it up here at this button. It's entirely up to you, whichever one you like. And you can see we've got all these other little slices here that we also don't want. So what we want to do is click on hide all contours and then apply, and then that has gotten rid of those now. Do the same again with this one, so come up to effects, offset, it's still got the 0.12 on there, apply that, change that to white, and then let's just quickly check the contours. It doesn't look as though there's too many, there might be a very small little hole there, so let's click on contour. Yeah, so there's two. There's this little slice, which is this bit here, and then this little triangle, which is the one. Oh, it's there, so it is really small. Let's click on hide contours again and apply that, and then what we want to do is come over to this, select both of those layers, so you can see in the layers panel they are both selected because they're highlighted with this pale turquoise colour, and then come over here and select flatten. And the same with this one here, so select both of those layers and flatten that. And then what we want to do again is make these flattened, so let's come to this one and we want to flatten it, and by flattening it what we're doing is turning that into a print then cut. So if you look at the function that we're performing here at the moment, it says basic cut. If I click on flatten, it's going to change that to print then cut. So let's do that for all of them. Okay, so you just want to check now that all of your layers are flattened. Do some adjustments to your sizes if you want to. Let's just make them a little smaller because they are going to be quite big otherwise. We're going to leave that one like that and that one like that. Now what we want to do is go through to make. This has been a little bit slow since the last update actually, so it might take a couple of seconds to get through to the next screen. Right, now as you can see we've got one that is still on the next page, so let's cancel that. I'll just make something a little smaller, and hopefully we'll be able to make some adjustments then to the final sheet, and we should get it all onto one page. Okay, let's move this one and see if we can get it down at the bottom here. As long as we are within this red dotted line, it should be okay. I think that'll be okay. Right then, so let's go through to continue now. And what we're going to do is look at this first of all. So, interesting. So there's no registration marks showing first of all, but they are showing on there, so that's interesting. I am going to click on send to printer, and then now you can see there are some registration marks, and this is the information that I was looking for. So when you're using an Explore 5, I don't know whether it's the same with the other Explore machines, but certainly with my 5, the print always comes out in a landscape form. With my makers, they come out in a portrait form, and the only difference realistically is that the orientation of the registration marks is different, so you must make sure that you put your piece of vinyl, paper, sticker paper, whatever it is you're using, down in the correct orientation when you're cutting it. So let's go through to next, and then we're going to select our printer, and then click on use system dialog. Then we're going to click on print. Alright, so now we have clicked on print, and we should have the system dialog box come up for the printer. Now this is going to look a little bit different for you depending on what your printer is and where your settings are on your screen, but what you want to look for is the printer option that gives you the quality setting. So what I normally do is change the media type from plain paper, and this printable vinyl is a matte finish, so I'm going to go for the Epson matte, and then it comes up with quality or high quality. I'm going to click on the high quality, and then I'm going to click on OK. Now of course I've already put my printable vinyl into my printer, so make sure that you've done that before you click OK, and then click on print, and that's going to come out, and then once that's done I'll show you the result of this print. While that's printing, I'll just show you the printable vinyl again. So this is what came with the Explore 5 when I bought the bundle back in March, February-March time I think it was, when that machine was released. So this is just printable vinyl. It's a lot thinner than what it used to be. When we used to get this stuff before, it had a really thick backing on it. In fact, I actually think I've got some of this somewhere. Let me just go and quickly find it and see if I can see the difference and if you can on the screen. Hold on a sec. No, I can't find it. I think I might well have returned it because it didn't go through my printer because the backing paper was so thick, but this is a lot different now. This just feels like a really thin piece of like paper. It's not even as thick as like a regular vinyl, so it actually would probably turn out pretty good. But yeah, we get 3 sheets free with our Explore 5, so we're going to try it. This is the first time I've tried it, so it's going to be interesting to see how it comes out. The printout is nearly finished. The colours have come out really nice. So let's just put this to one side, and then we'll have a look at that printout once it's done. Alright then, here is our print. It has come out beautifully, and the colours are really vibrant. I actually quite like the matte finish, but I am going to be using an overlay on the top of this because I'm not sure whether this ink is going to be colour fast when it's washed on the bottle. So I thought what I'd do is just use one of these overlays. This is the like shattered sort of ice effect one, and this is from this pack of vinyl sticker paper from TechCrap. You get, I think, 3 or 4 different finishes in here. There's a dotty one, there's this one with stars, and one with like sparkles. So this is really great. I'll link this below for you, but I'm going to show you how to put this on as well now. The first thing to do then is to cut your piece of overlay to be the size of your printout, and you want to make sure, if you can, for the most part, that you're not covering the registration marks at all with your overlay, because this is really glossy and shiny, and when the Cricut machine scans the paper to see where it needs to cut, sometimes the reflection off of this can stop the print then cut being a success. So what we want to do is get this onto our mat first of all. So here's a light grip mat that I've got here. The registration mark up here is in this top left corner with the little triangle on it. So what we want to do is pop that up in the corner there, and then give that a smooth down carefully. I'm going to use my hands on this occasion rather than my brayer, and the reason purely for that is that I don't know if you can see on my brayer, let me try and adjust my setting. Can you see that glitter all on there? And I don't want any of that to transfer onto my stickers here. So I'm just going to make sure I smooth off any debris, any tiny little bits of glitter that may have made their way onto the sheet. Then what I'm going to do is grab this overlay. I'm just going to put this to one side for a second, and what I'm going to do is get my little weeding pen and just lift up that backing paper and just fold that back about 2 centimeters really carefully, like so. And this is going to sort of work as my guide when I'm putting it down onto my sticker sheet. Now, this stuff is quite difficult to work with in the instance that you do sometimes get air bubbles with it. So what I'm going to do is try really carefully not to get any air bubbles, but we can't always avoid it. So I'm going to just put that down there, and what I'm going to do next, turn it round because I'm right-handed, and I'm just going to smooth as I go. Now I'm using my finger to smooth this as I go because I don't want any air bubbles, and if I use a scraper or any sort of tool, I'm more likely to get the air bubbles. This is like I'm going really slowly, and this is probably the only way that I won't get any air bubbles, but you never know, I might still get some. So I'm just going super slow, and I'm just releasing that from the backing paper as I go, really slowly. It is also easier if you've got your sticker paper on your mat as well. It definitely makes it easier because you've got more control. This sticker paper, this printable vinyl, is quite flimsy. As I said before, the backing paper is not very thick at all. So this does tend to help if you are trying to do this sort of thing with it, because you can't hold it very easily. And I've come off a bit wonky, but it doesn't matter. Right, I'm a little bit short on this sticker here. I'm not too worried though, because as you can see, it's got a flat spot anyway. It's a shame because that was one of my favourite stickers. But these have come out great. I've managed to get that nice and flat with no air bubbles, and you can see the reflective nature of this stuff is really, really nice. Right, let's now pop this into the machine. We'll head back into Design Space and we will choose our settings and cut it out. I think I'm going to try and go for a kiss cut with these. So let's choose some decent settings and see whether that will work or not. Alright then, here we are then on Design Space after the print has done. What we want to do now is follow these instructions. So this is basically telling us to look for the registration marks, which it calls the 4 sensor marks, and the directional arrow in the top left corner, which again we've also identified already. And again, at least 1.25 centimeters between the sensor marks and the material edges. That's fine. That means just around the outside here, and we've got that already. So let's click on continue. This is just to make sure we've got it on the mat the right way around, which we already have. I'm just going to get rid of these assembly instructions. Now I'm going to do mine as a kiss cut. So what I normally do is just choose the premium vinyl setting for this, because it's going to be almost like when you're cutting vinyls, just a self-adhesive vinyl decal. I have made the printable vinyl a little bit thicker by adding that overlay to it, and if you did want to use the actual setting for this printable vinyl, you could click on browse all materials and you could type in printable, and it's going to give you all of the different options here. It does give you a laminated option, but I prefer to stick with what I've got, so I am just going to choose the premium vinyl setting. And then on my machine now, the play button is flashing, so I'm just going to press that button and it's going to start doing its thing. Now that my cut has finished, I'm just going to check that it's been successful. I'm just going to lift up this corner here and just peel back one of my stickers. That looks pretty good to me, so that means I can eject the mat now, and then we can look at these and get them on the water bottle. Here is my newest water bottle then. I'm obsessed with this thing. I bought it when we were in America last month. And this one is called Lipstick. It's a 32 ounce Awala. Absolutely in love with it. I use it all the time. I'm just going to grab actually a couple of rulers and put them here. This just makes your bottle or whatever you've got stay a little bit more stable on your desk. So here is the sticker sheet. It looks fantastic. I did wonder if I should have used the bleed function on this, but it's still cut pretty nicely inside of those lines. I think in some areas it's gone through a little bit on here, but I think that's more to do with my machine, because the blade on my Explore 5 seems to be so much sharper than any of the other blades that I've ever used. Even though I only use Cricut branded blades, I don't use any off-brand or like Amazon Prime ones or anything like that. I only use Cricut ones. But this particular blade has been in the machine since March, and the machine's been used on the daily basis, and it still is nowhere near needing replacement. It's super sharp. So here's my first sticker. I'm going to pop onto my bottle. It looks so cute. I love that. Look at that, and it's so sparkly and fab. Which other one shall I put on to start with? Let's go for the suitcase. I really like this suitcase. It's so cute, and it has cut out the little bit in the handles here, so I just need to use a weeding tool to get rid of that. There it is, a little tiny bit. Stick that down and then put this. I'm going to put it on the angle. Stick that up there. So this project is going to be available on my Design Space profile. If you don't know how to find a profile or a project, there is a short video that I've got on my channel, which I will link in the description box down below for you, and I'll put it up above for you so you can see what is there. And it's really quick, like 3 minutes or something, to find how to find a profile and a project. Let's put this sunglasses one down here. This is cute. There we go. I love personalising stuff like this. It just makes things so much more yours and your personality. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to subscribe. Drop me any questions or comments that you've got down below, and as usual, everything I've used will be linked down below in the description box for you, and I'll see you soon for another video. Take care of yourselves. Bye.